temperature roller coaster this week. We have lows in the 30s for now, so another cold Tuesday morning, but warming up quickly in the afternoon. And then Thursday afternoon will be all the way up to 80 degrees. All the details on the temperatures and the rain chances coming up.
Right now, News Channel 6 at 10, understanding the plan for Richmond County schools. Parents getting input on the future. Also had a lawsuit filed after the death of a South Carolina teacher. What the family plans to do from here. And parking pains in downtown Augusta. How city leaders want to solve problems on Brown Street. As your News at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us tonight as coverage you can count on begins with neighbors near Augusta University having problems. It is time now for our first check of our weather, and for that, we want to check in with meteorologist Jenna Petracci.
Well, Brad, we had nice sunny skies today for our Monday, and then the clouds moved in during the evening hours. Tonight, partly cloudy, just can't tell. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over at Augusta Regional Airport. Winds are pretty calm tonight. Our temperature earlier today made it to 66 degrees. This morning, though, it was chilly, 32, right at the freezing mark, so over 10 degrees below average. No rain today. Sunset was at 7:33. Right now, temperatures in the low 50s. 50 in Augusta, 52 in Barnwell and Allendale. Louisville, you're at 56. Upper 40s in Aiken, Wrightsville at 50, 52 in Lincolnton, and 51 in Edgefield. So because we do have the clouds, temperatures are a little bit on the warmer side for now. Once we start to see some clearing skies overnight, those temperatures will fall more so into the upper 30s. Right now, winds at 5 miles per hour in Augusta, 4 in Bamberg, 5 as well up in Washington. The winds are calm enough, though, to have those cooling conditions tonight. Satellite radar showing that blanket of cloud cover, though, across the region. All high-level clouds, though, so not the type to bring us any rain. High pressure overhead, not a drop of rain across the southeast. Looking good for our Tuesday. Starting out on the chilly side, around 37 degrees. Climbing up all the way to the upper 60s by 2, going with a high of 72 tomorrow. So big change from the morning to afternoon. Overall, a mostly sunny day. So some patchy frost is possible tonight since it will be cold once again. Warming up quickly, though, and that warming trend continues into Thursday, getting all the way up to 80 degrees, keeping it mostly sunny and dry. Then we are going to see a chance of rain and thunderstorms starting Friday, continuing through the weekend. I'll have more details on that coming up, but back to you, Brad.
Jenna, thanks. An investigation underway after a death at Club Car in Evans. Investigators say Friday night a contract worker was injured at the facility, and then the coroner confirming 21-year-old Alyssa Drinker died from those injuries. Witnesses say Drinker dropped her AirPods under a machine that had a conveyor belt on it, and she got caught in the machinery. She died at the hospital. Some sad news out of Washington County tonight, where a high school student died over the weekend. It happened Saturday on Pine Forest Drive in Sandersville. The sheriff says 15-year-old Tyson Tillman was killed in an ATV accident. The Washington County School District has made counselors available for students during this time. An investigation underway at several gas stations in Georgia about coin-operated amusement machines. The GBI and Muskogee County Sheriff's Office are working on this at 8 stations. They say people have been getting cash payouts from those machines. Well, that's against the law in Georgia. GBI investigators say several arrests are pending. The family of a woman who died after she was hit by a falling utility pole in Wagner, South Carolina, is filing a lawsuit over her death. Janelle Robinson's family announced that suit against two utilities company at a news conference this morning. They are seeking $100 million in damages. Robinson was a teacher at Wagner Sally High School. The family's lawyer says a truck hit some low-hanging utility lines, and that pulled 8 defective poles out of the ground. One of those poles flew through the air and hit Robinson. The family's now suing Dominion Energy and Comporium, companies they say should have fixed those poles.
What has been going on is a bunch of finger pointing. Dominion Energy says, not our poles, not our responsibility. Comporium says, not our poles, not our responsibility. We don't buy that. Not for 1 second.
Lawyers say the companies have shared their condolences. Well, tomorrow, Georgia voters go to the polls for the president carrying a gun without carrying a permit in South Carolina. Why some say they are not happy about the new rules. As your news continues.
And pollen levels are high this week, certainly making it feel like spring, along with spring-like temperatures moving in shortly. I'll have all the details on that after this break.
Getting in here. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5/6.
Good Monday evening. It was a nice day and nice conditions tonight. It will get cold though once we go into the overnight hours, but right now as we take a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam at Doctor's Hospital, it's a dry night sitting at 50 degrees, not too cold just yet. Southwest wind coming in at 5 miles per hour, dew points in the upper 30s. Right now we're seeing upper 40s in McCormick and Aiken for those temperatures. 50s for the rest of us. 52 in Barnwell, 50 in Sylvania, 49 as well actually in Thompson and Gibson, and 51 in Crawfordville. Now as for the satellite and radar, we're definitely not seeing any rain, but we do have a decent amount of high cloud cover. So these are the clouds very high up in the sky, not going to bring us any rain. That's the case across the southeast with high pressure in control. So no rain headed in our direction. It will be a nice sunny day tomorrow. We do have the cold temperatures though to work with around the time the sun is coming up, 36 at the 7 o'clock hour. Now that is cold enough to produce some frost. I'm definitely not expecting anything widespread, but the way frost works is that when the air temperature is between 35 to 37 degrees, the surface temperature is always a few degrees colder. So that's why we could still see the frost, as the surface could be below freezing. Now this is very typical for this time of the year still. Our average last frost is always on April 3rd. And last year actually happened on April 12th. So it's possible for around another month, despite us getting to spring, that we will still have some frost. So spring begins in only 8 days, and it definitely will start to feel like it with temperatures on the rise. So tomorrow is our only chance of that frost development. After that, those temperatures will rise, at least for this week. Next week looks like we'll have another cool down again, but in the meantime, lows going all the way up to 60 for your Saturday morning. High temperatures also on the rise, 72 Tuesday, 80 on Thursday, and then flirting with that 80-degree mark into the weekend as well. And then those highs will also drop off next week. No chance of rain through Thursday, then a decent chance of rain Friday, even some thunderstorms possible. Saturday doesn't look too bad, and then Sunday we'll have another decent chance of rain. So let's just jump ahead to Friday because there's really not much going on until then. So this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I am concerned about the potential of some storms here. We will have all the warm air in place, the high dew points, and with that, we could have some spring-like thunderstorms. Now that'll be throughout Friday afternoon and early evening. As I mentioned on Saturday, a bit of a break. We're going to have this series of different areas of rain moving in though. So then notice on Sunday another round comes in, similar to Friday. As of now, hard to tell exactly what will happen here when it comes to thunderstorm potential. Still very far out in the future, but even into Monday, it's possible we'll still have some rain and storms, keeping those rain chances low for now. But overall, just plan for a soggy setup Friday through Monday, along with the warm temperatures. Lows tonight anywhere from around 35 to 38 degrees. Highs tomorrow going to be around the 70-degree mark. A nice warmer day with warm temperatures all this week. The warmest day will be Thursday. Also lots of sunshine to go with those warmer temperatures. Then we have the rain and storms Friday through Monday. And then next week, first day of spring on Tuesday. And at that point, we'll actually cool down. Highs back into the 60s, lows in the 30s.
All right, Jenna, thanks a lot. South Carolina, in case you didn't know, has a new law that lets you carry a gun without a permit. It is the 29th state to allow open carry with no permit or training. Some law enforcement agencies have expressed concern over this law.
It could be a challenge for some folks. My hope is that folks will continue to use the concealed weapon permit program.
I'm a fan of training and some background checks and things like that. Those were our concerns. But obviously, as it's passed, we will do our best.
The law also provides free monthly gun safety training to anybody in South Carolina. Coverage you can count on continues now with parents showing up to the next to last master's plan meeting for Richmond County Schools. Nikita Dennis has the story.
To the general, and for the first time ever, he flat out told me he hated school.
There's only one more meeting left for people to attend to voice their questions and concerns on the Richmond County Board of Education 5-year master plan. During the meeting for Bel Air K-8 school, one parent is wanting to make sure her special needs child gets the resources he needs.
It's one of those things where if he gets stuck in general, I'm not sure that he'll be able to get the one-on-one attention that he is getting at this school.
The goal for Richmond County school consultants is to get more funding for programs. Livingston says she hopes those programs include special education curriculum.
Because there isn't much that is being done for any child that has a special needs of some sort, because there's different types of disabilities. And if you honestly don't look like you're disabled, people don't notice you're disabled.
And just being seen can make all the difference in the world.
Everyone should learn about disabilities, different ones. Especially, I know everyone's heard the word autism, but they don't know much about it. Unless you have someone who is a friend or a family or a child or just someone in general that you've been acquainted with.
In Augusta, Nikita Dennis, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Still ahead, the race for the White House ramping up. Updates from the Biden and Trump campaigns. Stay with us. March 11th. Coming up, Augusta Prep getting set up for a big tournament and a young local athlete already earning big-time recognition as a really good racer. Stay with us.
Folks, you know what?
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
The Augusta Prep golf team opened their season last week, and now they're gearing up for their second tournament at Mount Vintage. The Cavs have a much bigger roster this year as they nearly doubled the number of players on the team, and that is thanks in part to new head coach Chris Gay. Now, he didn't want to be on camera, but Coach did say that it's been such a joy to lead these young men, including his son, and he's excited for what this season will bring. The Cavs have their next tournament on Tuesday, and the team is really looking forward to continue improving their skills while also building their team chemistry.
I'm really excited. It's going to be fun course, Mount Vintage, a lot of history. Played multiple tournaments there.
We've been just a really good team, just teamwork, team ability, being able to hit irons consistently. Ultimate goal is trying to win a state championship.
Well, we definitely have more players, at least twice as many, and also we have more seniors on the team. So we just pump each other up and just like, hey, it's all right, just do your best. And if there's a bad shot, we're just like, don't worry, just do better next time.
The Cavs will head to Mount Vintage on Tuesday for the tri-team tournament against Curtis Baptist and Colleton Prep. The USC Aiken softball team got a sweep over USC Buford as they won their third game against the Sand Sharks 2-1. Their next game will be on Saturday as they open a 3-game series against Georgia College and State. South Carolina men's basketball head coach Lamont Paris was named the SEC Coach of the Year. Paris and his staff helped engineer the greatest single-season turnaround in program history with the team's 14-win improvement and a tied for second finish in the SEC. South Carolina went 25-6 overall and 13-5 in conference play this season. The 25 regular season wins are the most in program history. A huge congrats to Gamecocks head coach Lamont Paris. The South Carolina Gamecocks baseball team will face off against Georgia State on Tuesday night. That game will be inside SRP Park. Now, the Gamecocks haven't played at SRP since 2019, and they will look to close out non-conference play with a win over the Panthers. First pitch for Tuesday's game is set for 7 p.m., and you can buy tickets at srppark.com. And finally, some very exciting news about a local 6-year-old. This young man has won the 15th annual Monster Energy Daytona Amateur, which is a national AMA racing event that has limited spots. His name is Weldon Austin Young, and he raced in the 4 to 6-year-old age group, coming in first out of 33 racers in his class. He's from Lincolnton, but currently living in Union Point, Georgia, to dedicate more time to racing. Very cool. A big congrats to Weldon and his family.
Yeah, Weldon's going places, getting started young.
Definitely.
Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back. One more check of your weather in just a moment. I'm at
1-3.
Welcome back, everybody. Last but not least, up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, some high school students are working and building big.
That's right. For at least an hour a day, the class works on building an electric car.
Ireland Viscount shows us what drives them, get it? Drives them to do their best.
It's really neat to get the kids exposure in this area of work, and the kids are really excited. At the end of the semester where we get to drive it and see a functional vehicle that they built with their own hands.
I'm really excited. This is like, it makes my whole license worth it.
Since January, 5 students at the Milton Hershey School have been building a 3-wheeled switch vehicle.
The kit comes completely disassembled, and we work through building it from the ground up and working through all the different automotive concepts and the electrical concepts that come with electrical vehicles.
The class is made up of students studying automotive technology and engineering and design.
The engineering students may not have had the experience in the automotive area, like assembling and bleeding brakes, for instance. The engineering students might have a little more experience in the electrical side of things.
The students admit it hasn't been easy.
The process of figuring out things, because the instructions aren't as like straightforward as you would like them to be.
But in the end, they're thrilled with this opportunity.
The aspect of like watching it like get built up, like if you came in like last week, the seats were in, working on the brakes and like just things I would have never gotten a chance to get the chance to experience it out if we like didn't have this course here.
So what's next?
This week we're starting into the electrical components, assembling all the low voltage panel assembly, the dash assembly, everything that we need to actually get the car to move.
I tell you, our cars are in great hands in the future with those young experts.
Oh yeah, those are some geniuses behind the wheel.
Yeah.
There you go.
Makes me want to do better. We got a flat tire on the way home from a trip recently and waited about an hour and a half for the tow truck to arrive. And finally my son said, "Why don't you just change the tire?" And I had to figure out how to tell him I'm not totally sure I can.
You don't look like a tire changing
No,
man.
it's hard. With today's cars, they're so heavy.
Okay, when did you have the flat tire? Because I just had a flat tire 2 weekends ago.
It was probably about a month ago. And a friend of mine once told me, former camera operator at Channel 6, don't ever drive where other cars don't drive. Only drive where other cars go. If you slightly veer off the road, that's where nails live.
And also no one will find you there.
Right, no one will find you. So, but I think that's what happened. Picked up a nail just barely off the road.
See, mine was a whole piece of metal. Like a whole piece of metal
wow.
that big.
In
We
your
ran
tire.
over, completely slashed the tire.
Oh my
On
goodness.
the way to Columbia.
Glad
I'm
you're
surprised
safe.
it didn't do more damage to your car.
I know, it was a little scary because I only thought of ever running over nails. You know, you don't really picture like whole
Like a
pieces
strip
of
of metal.
Yeah, but it's all good now. Our 10-day forecast showing sunny skies this week, warming up quickly. Another cold morning tomorrow, but then a high of 72, high of 80 on Thursday, staying sunny and dry. Then the chance of rain and storms Friday through Monday.
And that is our report for now. Back at 11 o'clock for News Channel 6 at 11.
Hogan's Heroes is next, right here on Me TV.